My dear students, good morning. Hope you are doing good, and you must have gone through the chapter which we are in progress. That is fire safety and prevention. Okay, and very quickly I'll repeat the topic and the slides so that you can understand once again and get the repetitions of the slides. So let's go. Here it is. Fire safety and prevention is our topic, and we have divided this topic into three videos, three sessions. So here goes its objectives. We have gone through. We have gone through what is fire. We have gone through types of fires: class A, class B, class C, class D, class E. We have already studied this well. We have understood fire extinguishing methods, that is cooling, smoothing, starvation. We have understood fire extinguishing principle, that fire triangle, heat, fuel, and oxygen. We have understood the causes of fire in the home. This percentage of fires occurred in residential properties. We have understood it. Cooking fires, we have gone through. Reduce your chances of cooking fire. And these greaseous fires, all we should never use water on the grease fires and all. We have discussed this in previous session. Important safety elements we have done. Smoke alarms we have done. Alarm placement and maintenance we have also done. Now today we are going to I'm going to throw some light on the fire extinguisher. So practically you might have seen fire extinguishers in many places. In school there are, in homes we have, and hospitals, in government made it mandatory for even the cars also. Small extinguishers are there. Okay, so let's go through the fire extinguisher. A fire extinguisher is an active fire protection device used to extinguish or control small fires. Even in emergency situations, it is not intended for use on a out of control fire. These are known as portable fire extinguishers. Okay, there are divisions in this, like portable fire extinguisher and movable extinguishers. Like movable extinguishers are our that fire buses, okay, that which come to extinguish the fire when there is a fire or major fires in some houses and all. But these are used for these portable active portable are used for minor fires in case of any emergency, or when the fire is intended to out of control, like small table burned. We can use this. If it is a full house is in burning stage, we cannot use this because it has got its limitation. It is of a small usage. It is, understand, for minutes we can say it can extinguish the fire. So when there is a large flame, huge fire, we cannot use these things. So it is an extinguisher, active fire protection device, okay, which extinguishes the small fires. Even in emergencies we can use it. So it is normally red in color. It has got this black, that is hose, and in front of the hose there is a nozzle, and you can see the top of the tip of the cylinder. There is a handle. The moment we push it, this is basically aquaspheric foam cylinder, AFPPF cylinder. Okay, carbon dioxide cylinders are generally black in color. So you can use this cylinder in general fires. Okay. So there is a particular cylinder used for particular fire. I told you there are A type, B type, C type, D type, and E type fires. That is solid fire, then liquid fire, then gaseous fire, then metallic fire, then and last is the electrical. That which includes all electrical wire switches. Okay. So this one is used for general fires, any fire in our home. Okay. Indication of fire extinguishers. You can see now I told you small tips. Now you can very clearly understand what is what here. See, The top of the left side is the discharge lever. Understood? We press it and say there is a discharge locking pin. Pin is just for safety in case by accidentally we can puncture the CO2 cartridge inside this, because sometimes we used to carry the handle for maintenance, we used to carry the cylinders for change the positions also. So it should not happen that by small lifting up it should the CO2 cartridge inside bursts and the water or whatever aqueous the foam comes out. No. So this generally the pin is there, we have to remove this pin, then only we have to press the puncture, press and puncture it. Then see, black color is the discharge hose, and top and bottom of that hose is discharge nozzle from which the water and the foam comes in contact with the fire. See, there is discharge orifice. That round circle of it means where from it is discharging. Understand? It's making big ones. On top is one gauge which shows that that's known as pressure gauge. Okay, it shows that how much percentage of cartridge is there. Okay, and this is that gray color is a data plate. Okay, where it is written as description what it is: CO2, it is aqueous farming foam, it is DCP, that dry chemical powder. Okay, and the last one is the right side. This is a full body. So this is very important. You have to understand this topic and you have to remember these things, because anytime I'll ask these questions, you must answer me very quickly. That's no, this is discharge lever, this is discharge hose. Okay, I expect the same answers from you. Types of fire extinguishers. I told you that it is not only one cylinder which can extinguish all the fires. No, never, because it has its own limitations. I can discuss it here, because see, depends on the fire extinguish. Water type, foam type, gases type, and powder type. See, water type is normally if you think of the fire extinguisher as a water type, we can use water bucket. Okay, that is also a kind of a water type fire extinguisher, but now they have designed it in a particular cylinder. Okay, cylinder is there which on top of it is there's a kind of a CO2 cartridge. By after puncturing the cartridge, the air comes in the cylinder and water gets pushed out of the cylinder through the nozzle and reach to the fireplace. That is known as water type. Now second is foam type. Foam type is a kind of a basically they all do the smoothing. Okay, they all do the smoothing process. Smoothing process means cutting. Only the water type, which is the one, it is doing the process of cooling. I told you fire can be extinguished by cutting any of the fire triangle means that parameters, that is heat, oxygen and fuel. This water type, when we throw water on some of the like wood or some fire, it extinguishes the fire because it gives the cooling effect of on the top of that fire, and fire gets extinguished. Similarly, foam type cylinder is the same type cylinder. Only thing is that it has got different notations, like it is written A type. Okay, general fire, that general fires. Okay, or we can say there's a foam. Foam is, there is a kind of a liquid, chemical liquid, which makes the foam. Understand? Which makes a foam. You can see that when we use that soap bucket small, and we add some liquid soap or we add some that powder soap, then when we stir the full bucket with inside the water, inside that, when we stir the water inside that bucket, it makes a big foam. That foam covers the space and don't let oxygen to reach to the destination, and hence fire get extinguished. Similarly, foam type cylinder. Then gases type is that cylinder. There is the carbon dioxide filled in a cylinder that is black color, that is generally used for electrical fires. Okay, so when we don't have to puncture nothing, it is filled in a high pressure. When we unscrew the nozzle as per our desired requirement, the CO2 comes out of that cylinder and CO2 is a fire means it has got a property of extinguishing the fire, because it cuts the oxygen when there is a quantity, when concentration of oxygen gets cuts off, the fire extinguishes. So similarly, this CO2 extinguishes the fire. I'm sorry. Number 4, powder type. Powder type is a DCP powder, like dry chemical powder. It is generally used for metallic fires. Understand? It also makes a powder type like a sheet. It makes a complete powder type sheet on top of the metallic fires. Like if something I told you, metallic fire means like when it crosses its melting point, it starts giving a huge flame also. So when this powder comes in contact with it on top of the surface of that burning material, it shoots down, and it also does that same procedure. It cuts the oxygen of that uh, uh, fire. So fire gets extinguished. So there are 4 types of extinguishers: water type, foam type, gas type, and powder type. Operating systems. See, number 1, P means pull the pin. Okay, I told you there is a pin there is a pin on top of the cylinder, just to for protection use, in case of handling it from moving it from one place to another place. It should not suddenly get pushed off or punched up, so that the cylinder goes waste. So there is a pin on top of the cylinder, which we have to pull up. It's very easy to pull it on, just same like a kind of a locking system. So we have to remove this pin and press the lever. So next, A is the aim at the base of the fire. This is the operating system. Means how we have to use the cylinder. First, we have to remove the pin of the cylinder. Second, aim at the base of the fire. We have to aim at the base of the fire. Means, say example, if there is a fire on a wall, like some cupboard is burning, we have to aim to the base of this, not on the top first, base. Because if we extinguish from the top, the flame from the bottom, which is coming on top, start again. So we have to extinguish from the bottom part of the fire, base of the fire. Number 3, S means squeeze the lever. We have to just see, you can see the in number 3 line, you can check the box there. You see there is a kind of a mouth, fish mouth is there, like arrows arrows from top and the bottom. We have to press it. We have to squeeze it, like we squeeze orange, we squeeze lemon. So we have to squeeze it by our thumb, palm, and the all fingers down bottomwards. So the quantity of the that fire extinguisher will work, and the quantity of the CO2 or that foam comes out. It's basically an opening. Number 4, sweep from side to side. We have to make a kind of 8. Understand? When there's a fire, we have to sweep it, not like pointing at one place only and extinguish and keeping others. No, we have to sweep it like making an 8. When you make an 8 in any of the form, you can imagine, you just raise your finger in the pointing towards the wall and just make an 8. Understand? Horizontally make 8. So it will cover the maximum surface. Fire will get extinguished. So this was the use of the pass. Okay. So you see, this is pass. Pass means pull the pin, aim at the base of the fire, squeeze the lever, sweep the side to side. Okay. So this is the pass. How to use a fire extinguisher by pass method. See, pull the pin, aim the nozzle, squeeze the lever, and sweep the side to side. This is the procedure of using any extinguisher. So in case of you have any fire or any of the area, that there is a journal number given to the every sector of the society, like 199 ko call karo. 1 second.